What does this woman's legal fight, the support that she's getting, and the reaction to it say about the state of the community? Florida mom sues son's school for banning her for volunteering due to her online account. Victoria Trace says her son's Orlando school didn't allow her to volunteer due to her being a creator. As a result, she's going to file a lawsuit against the school, and this issue arose 2 years ago when a fellow parent alerted staff at Sand Lake Elementary School. Again, let me say that again. Elementary school.
Yeah, that mom tells me it's been over a year now since she's been able to volunteer in her son's classroom, and says they just filed this lawsuit yesterday against the district.
Okay, so we're going to hear the story about what's going on here, but I want you to listen to the particulars because they matter.
31-year-old Victoria Treese has 2 sons at Sand Lake Elementary School.
31 years old, 2 sons in elementary school, volunteering in the elementary school while she's doing online work.
And says she used to be actively involved as a volunteer in their classrooms until a parent who saw photos of her on an adult-only internet site reported it to the school district, according to her attorneys Mark Nejame and John Zielinski.
I was a little bit in shock, honestly. You're already in this situation that's not fair to begin with, and then there you go, there's emails of your images being sent out, not only within each other, but also to media.
Okay, now, this is, I would call it uncharted territory. I would not, when I was in school back in America, when I was a little kid, I would not have imagined that the volunteering room mother, that she would be doing like OnlyFans work. I couldn't conceive of that. But now we're in a situation where she's getting legal representation so that she can continue to do both.
At a press conference today, the 3 announcing a lawsuit has been filed against the school district, asking for her to be allowed to volunteer again in her son's classes and for monetary damages. The lawsuit reads in part, quote, Ms. Treese was instructed by the principal at Sand Lake Elementary School that she could no longer be around children on school grounds. These instructions came from the Orange County Public School Board.
Okay, now, I think that's enough for the story, but now we're going to start seeing legal battles for people saying that I have a right to do online work like, OnlyFans, and I have a right to be around children. Now, I'm not sure how you feel about that, but I don't know if that's the most ideal situation, at least for her kids, because her kids are going to have to live in a world where their mates, the people in their school with them are going to know that these pictures are floating around in the internet of not just their mother, but the room mother, the lady that's bringing snacks. Imagine that. The lady that's bringing snacks for the whole classroom, and you have seen quote unquote spicy pictures of her. And not only that, she's suing for the ability to continue to be a volunteer in the classroom while doing spicy online content. So when I talk about decay, what I'm talking about is moral decay. And you're going to see it in these comments, because these comments are a good way to read tea leaves. So first comment, what she does off school grounds isn't their business. That's 660 some odd likes in 9 hours.
What?
If she's popping her on camera and trying to show to my kid's school, it's a no for me. If you want to be a tramp, stay away from kids. Okay. But reply to that comment, even if she is not popping her whatever for kids, she's popping for adults on the internet for profit, LOL. If children happen to see that on the net, then the parents should probably pay more attention to what their kids are doing online.
What?
Considering nowadays that most school-age children and their parents are required to volunteer so many hours of service, whether it's at school or the community, to graduate, she very much so has a case. It doesn't matter if you're a volunteer or not, discrimination is discrimination.
You kidding me or what?
I really think there need to be some laws to protect people who do adult work. As long as you aren't lewd or suggestive when working with children or the public, there shouldn't be an issue. As long as their work isn't doing direct harm to the students, we need to let people live
No way, Jose.
Her personal life shouldn't disqualify her from volunteering. Shaking my head. Who husband was subscribed for them to even find out? Let's start there. The choices you make in life have ramifications. Sounds like accountability, right? Yes, they do. Occupational discrimination is an offense that they can be sued for.
Give me a break.
My question is, how do they find out, and whose husband was one of her members? Again, shaming people for finding out that she was doing it, but there's no issue with her actually doing it.
Come on, son.
They should be glad she volunteered. Look at that, all those likes. Well, I have a problem with nosy parents watching OnlyFans. Shouldn't that parent be banned since we know they watch the content?
Come on, son.
Imagine being a kid in school and your peers can see your mom busted wide open for $4.99. Now that is probably the biggest issue in all of this, is that in this elementary school, this woman has two young boys that are walking around a school, and all those kids know now that those two boys, their mother have spicy images floating around the school, and any parent of those, classmates can see pictures of those two boys online for $5.
10 down, 15 on them, I better dang bear on 15, I better dang bear on 15, 20.
What if her OnlyFans got to do with volunteering? Do they have an abundance of volunteers to be turning down someone? These are the tea leaves. These are the way that the wind is blowing. I guess they have the saying, they say, tell me that you do online content like this without telling me you do online content like this. You come online on social media, you support it. And you see a lot of people stepping in to support this young lady for what she's doing with two young kids. It says a lot about where society is, where it might be headed. And I don't know. I think it's just really unfortunate to see this kind of level of, well, quite frankly, moral decay, as a young mother is fighting for the right to do online content when she has two young boys in elementary school as a potential volunteer room mother. Guess I wouldn't want to eat those cupcakes. Until the next video, please like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.